Missouri snack cake heist. Tasty.
Mercedes car crushes crime.
Principal with student hair wig fired.
Well, everyone, the Bears are at it again.
Atheist leader meets Jesus. Job ruined.
Bake the cake, you bigot.
All that and more on
The Bee Weekly.
Hey, Ethan, shut up.
Okay.
Me and Trevor, I forgot his name for a second, are going to talk about your book.
Oh, please do.
And we're going to talk about how great it is. I said shut up. And we're going to talk about how great it is. Brave Ollie Possum. We're just going to shower you with praise.
It's fantastic.
Because this is an amazing book.
It really is. It reminds me a lot of the... it's got a lot of the essence of the Roald Dahl stories.
Yes, very Roald Dahl, C.S. Lewis, Narnia stuff, but sillier. And
Right. Just the right amount of scary, I think.
Yeah, just like a pinch of scary. Like a little, dusting, if you will.
Right. Like the way white people use seasonings.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Tell him what
health...
Frank Fleming said about it?
Shut up, Ethan.
About his kid and how...
And a slathering of mayonnaise, which in the mayonnaise is fun, like animal humor and
Tell him about the drawings.
Shut up, Ethan. And it teaches your kids to be brave,
Right.
which is the best part. It feels like a Disney movie in book form before Disney got all woke and weird.
And get ready when you get this book to make your kids lasagna because they're going to be hungry.
They're going to be hungry for some lasagna. Hey, there's cool drawings in there too. I was just reminded by myself.
Many.
And there are lots of cool drawings that Ethan Nicole did himself. Ethan, now you can talk. Is there anything you want to add about this amazing book?
It's the most... I've never been more proud of a thing that I've made than Brave Ollie Possum. It's a completely sincere project. I'm not a children's book writer. It's just something I had to make, and I love it.
Anyway. You can go to axebearstore.com.
Yeah, if you want to get it directly from me.
Directly from Ethan, he'll do like a drawing.
You can pay for a drawing in it, or they'll all come signed if you get it from me.
You can sign, or Amazon, or from Canon Press, the publisher.
Right.
Or from Audible.
And Audible as the read by Ethan Nicole version. Brave Ollie Possum. You guys check it out right now.
The Bee Weekly.
How did we evolve into everybody shouting?
I don't know. I was trying to go for a harmony at the last second.
Bee Weekly.
That would be hilarious if we just did that part in a 3-part harmony.
Well, it cuts into Austin saying weekly.
I know, so here, now we're all saying it. Hey, guys, this Tuesday we've got an interview coming up with Buddy Brown of YouTube fame.
Yeah, that was fun.
He's a country singer who sits on the back of his truck bed and
He writes, he just owns the libs with country music. And my favorite part of that one was we pitched him a bunch of woke country song ideas, and there were a couple. We almost killed him with one. He doubled over and said he needed to go. He had to walk away from the camera.
I gotta leave.
Yeah,
and he leaves the room.
He said, "You almost killed me," because he was sick or something. And he started hacking.
So check it out on this podcast feed or on YouTube if you're on YouTube. If you're a Babylon Bee subscriber, you get it a day early.
Yeah, lucky you.
Subscribe, babylonbee.com/plans. Hey, we got some subscriber comments.
Oh, good old subscriber comment.
Oh, yeah.
Gary said, you have done a great job with the visual, with the background, out of focus and lighting. Very warm, coloration, very clear. However, I'm now thinking I don't need to see what's happening over there so well with the smoking jacket and shorts combo.
So that's a reference to our subscriber
portion we put on the smoking jackets.
And and it is, it's summer here in California, and it's hot lately.
Yeah.
And also, we have to turn off the air conditioning when we record because it's loud.
Also,
and so
those
the smoking jackets are very warm.
Yeah, they're velvet. They're thick, fancy velvet.
All of our body coolness is coming in through our legs, which are bare.
And it's funny because I think I made a comment last time we were recording, and I said, it looks like I'm not wearing any pants.
Yeah, it's strange.
But you can check it out in 8K now. Wait, no, it's probably not in 8K. I don't know.
We could add an option to have everything blurred down below the waist.
That would be great.
But only extra. But only if you subscribe. That's right. That's a paid option.
Paid option is
paid upgrade. Thanks, Gary. Sorry for the scarring for life stuff.
All right, in our YouTube comment of the week, we put a community post up: John Cena to undergo experimental spine implant surgery. So the John Cena story, can somebody fill? I kind of missed it. I know he kind of cowered to China or something.
He's in the Fast and Furious movie F9 or Fast 9 or I don't know.
Whatever number they're on.
Whatever number they're on. And he referred to Taiwan as a country, which China does not like.
They don't like that.
They say it's a province of China.
That's our province.
What are you talking about? That's my toy.
And so he did like a deep, heartfelt apology.
So he looks, you think of John Cena as like the image of a man, like
right,
muscular, wrestler,
elbow dropping and body splashing from the top rope.
from the top rope, and he just looks like this defeated, like, "Hi, China. I'm so sorry that I referred to."
And he did it all in Mandarin.
And he did it in Mandarin.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw that. I didn't see the video, but okay. So the comment from Gapel, it's their name.
Great name.
And just like that, John Cena was deceased, never to return. Cause of death: the bee roasted him into oblivion.
Oh man,
Patting ourselves on the back. Oh yeah,
feels good. Feels good.
Thanks, Gapel.
Gable.
It sounds like an insult. Man, that guy, you finish talking to somebody and then say goodbye, walk out of the room, that guy was a Gapel. Serious Gapel.
What a gable.
Let's do some weird news.
This news is weird.
Suspects break into storage unit, steal boxes of Little Debbie snack cakes. They carried off an undisclosed number of boxes of Little Debbie snack cakes.
Right, investigators suspect that this could be connected to a New Year's Day heist where some bandits stole 8 cases of bagged donuts, 3 cases of strawberry shortcakes, 2 cases of zebra cake rolls, 3 cases of Suzy Q's, 2 cases of unicorn cakes, and 2 cases of birthday cakes.
It's just like
What disturbs me is they didn't get nutty bars. I would have gotten all nutty bars.
Gross.
No nutty bar. Yeah, I like nutty bars.
They're the best.
You don't like the nutty bars?
I don't.
Sad.
And
So
you guys are
crunchy
wrong
and
for liking
peanut
them.
buttery. And if Nutty Bars wants to endorse this show,
We will sell our souls.
my favorite.
so do you think
snack
it's fall? Like they went, man, that was great last time, and we're out of snacks. We need to go hit that again.
This is like a Yogi Bear thing or something. I don't know. Doesn't he do that? Go around steal.
Steals a picnic basket.
Yeah, I think or something.
I mean, it's not like they're going to be able to move those very well. Steal
They're
drugs.
selling them, yeah.
Steal because if
that's-
you do this, how are you going to sell them? I'm not going to buy snack cakes from a dude on the street. He's like, "Hey, man, you want some
figured-
Little Debbie's?"
It's probably like that storage show where like they crack open a storage unit and figure out what's inside and what they're going to be able to do with it and how much money they're going to make.
Oh, Storage Wars.
Yeah, is that what it is? Storage Wars? I've never actually seen it, but I know about it. So I'm thinking they just cracked open a shipping container and they're like, come on, be jewelry
money,
or something.
big money,
Big
yeah.
money. And they're like, oh, it's snacks. Well, I guess we get to eat well
I
for
guess
a while.
snacks.
Yeah, we get snacks.
Something.
How bummed out would you be if you did it twice in a row and both times you
Yeah.
got snack cake again? No.
This prompts so many questions. Like, why is someone storing a bunch of Little Debbie snacks in a storage unit?
Oh, it's not storage. Oh, it is a storage unit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a storage unit.
I was thinking a shipping container, but yeah.
Like someone's storing all their valuables and they put their little Debbie.
There's a dad who got sick of forgetting birthday cakes for his kids, and he's just like, "I'll get them for the next 20 years."
Yeah, what's the shelf life of Little Debbie's? I assume they last
what
a
I'm
long
wondering.
time.
Yeah. But even like Twinkies, they say last forever and they don't.
No.
Like you open one a few years later and it is still
Sad.
not good.
We once did a practical joke at Young Life where we sucked all the cream out of Twinkies and filled them with mayonnaise and then had a Twinkie eating contest. And it was guys versus girls. And of course, the girls, once they realized it was full of mayonnaise, like just stopped. And the guys went to town and ate all of them. But I was one of the 2 guys that sucked all the cream out. And I thought I'd eat it all, but I got like 3 or 4. Like I got in and okay. But yeah, we were injecting mayonnaise
Suck
in.
them out.
We put like a straw in there.
Okay. Okay.
Everyone
That must
else-
have been a
Well,
lot of
you
fun.
suck it out, then spit it out.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Sure.
Eventually.
Everyone else stops and you're like,
Yeah,
"What's the
I
problem,
went.
guys?
I went the
don't
longest.
understand
Yeah, I went the longest consuming it. Mercedes tumbles off Jack, kills suspected catalytic converter thief.
What?
So I
That's
guess.
like the worst part of the car to steal.
So I guess he had it up on a jack. He's stealing the catalytic converter off of it, and then it just went clunk, and then got him.
That's like, I mean, if you're going to steal something from a Mercedes, the catalytic converter is not that exciting a thing to steal.
Yeah. What do you? Why that specific part?
So he can pass an emissions test.
Was he just starting? Is he going to get other parts too, or is that?
They're probably easiest to get off of a car, because you just cut them off. On the
Yeah, I imagine they're not cheap for a Mercedes, but still, that's like,
I'm Googling, $300-400.
It could be a security feature of Mercedes that just if anybody's trying to steal something, it
it'll
crushes
crush
them
a warning.
with new
Car
thief
will-
crushing features.
You've got to turn that off if you're a mechanic. There's a special
Yeah.
key that you
Yeah,
have.
whoa, Hank, don't go down there before you turn off the
Wait, turn off.
turn off the thief crusher. It actually bounces up and down repeatedly until the guy stops moving.
Hey, that's a whole hobby. The lowrider thing. You could take those
that's
to
what I'm saying.
make a lot of money
Yeah, the hydraulics.
Yeah, the hydraulics.
Yeah.
if you can figure out how to get your Mercedes to do that for free. That'd be great.
Or was it the Jack that's the hero in this situation?
The Jack is always the hero.
The Jack, just a little,
The Jack's
the underdog hero of the story. The
He's
little
like-
Jack is like, this guy's stealing parts.
not today.
And he threw a car at him.
Took
he
the
had that,
law into his own hands.
he had that strength that a mother gets when a child is pinned down by the car, and the Jack is like, I'm throwing a car at this guy. I don't stand for thievery.
I'm
The
a
Jack would just have to. It wouldn't have to get really strong. It would just have to like break.
You just lean over.
Yeah.
Or break.
It says it tilted over. I personally am against vigilante justice, even if it's by a heroic Jack.
Here's to you, Jack.
Jack.
Ontario principal removed after twice wearing hair of a student as a wig.
Why? Why once?
It's in London, Ontario.
They have a very strict two-strike policy about wearing students'
Wearing
hair.
students' hair on your head.
So there was a school assembly. And there was a fundraiser for a student who was battling cancer. The students were shaving their heads to support the student to raise money for her. And the principal wore the hair at that point, but then he wore it 6 months later at Halloween, dressing up as his costume was the student who had shaved his head for that. I think the big issue here is that he's a white guy and the student was black.
Oh, is that they buried the lead here? Is that the?
Yeah,
But why was the wig made? At what point did they go, let's make a wig out of this guy's hair?
I mean, have you seen the picture? It's really nice. It's good
Is
hair.
it a nice set of hair?
Yeah, it's good hair, man.
And why does he own it?
I'm looking at the story that they posted of it, and it's like, when our school principal kept the shaved hair of a student for months and taped them to his head for Halloween.
So he just kept it, he scooped it up and
So
brought
it's
it
like,
home?
yeah, so you can see kind of the problematic nature of this.
Right.
He shows up and they're like, isn't that Bob's hair?
And the students just kind of, I want the students' reaction to this.
Well, they posted an Instagram story about it.
So is it that you're not allowed to wear the hair of somebody of a different race?
I assume that's against the rules.
Because isn't a lot of like weave hair or hair extensions come from like Asia?
Oh, doesn't? I don't know.
So if you wear
You're
hair
the expert
extension-
in weaves.
I
man.
am absolutely. the
What's
expert.
yours made of? Your toupee.
Mine is mostly badger.
That's my beard. My beard's made from bear hair.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
Um,
Flight from India to U.S. diverted after crew finds bat in business class. It's a weird thing reading these headlines when your head has to catch up with what your mouth is saying.
Did he buy a ticket? That seems rude.
yeah. I love that. She's walking around with caviar, and then all of a sudden looks down, the little bat looks up at her. How's it going? Reading the stock market newspaper.
Drinking a flute of champagne.
He's like, COVID really took off. I'm doing well.
Yeah, I could see why this would cause some concern with everything that we've just been through in the last.
Was that the
15
COVID
months.
bat? Is that what it was? That's why he can afford.
Is there one
business
COVID
class?
bat, or do they all have some COVID? I don't know how it works.
There
Is
was
it like
probably-
salmonella with chicken?
Yeah, there's probably like an original guy.
Okay.
There was an original bat.
In a
Okay.
lab.
Yeah,
The one COVID bat.
yeah.
But I think it's kind of weak that they had to divert their flight because if there's a bat in the plane, like why don't they just put it in a box or like throw a coat onto it or something and just be like, all right, we'll keep going.
I assume they're thinking this
Just
thing
make
is,
a soup out of it.
So they're going to
that's
stop
true.
somewhere.
That's a
Let's
good-
stop somewhere that hasn't had a big hit of COVID. We'll drop it there.
no one were
Or just throw it out the window.
nobody freak out. We've taken care of the bat. In unrelated news, there's now soup being served for everybody in Coach.
I was once at a friend's house and she had this big, like, it was like a big fake, like a log cabin style nice house. And a bat had gotten in. And she had one of those vacuum systems that goes throughout the whole house. Like you just plug the vacuum hose into the wall in different places. And so that was like, she just like started chasing the bat around with the hose. And like she got up on a ladder and she finally got, it's like, foom, and like went in and got stuck in the hose. That's all I got. That's my story.
That's our whole bat story. That was a
But
pretty
they
good
could do
bat
that. They got vacuum cleaners on planes, maybe. I don't know.
story. Probably.
I mean, the whole thing is a
cleaner.
kind of vacuum. You open something and everything gets sucked out of it, right?
The
So
whole thing is a giant vacuum.
yeah. So just crack the door a little bit. Everybody hold on. Crack the door a little bit. You might lose your laptops if you don't put them away, and then all of a sudden the back gone.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a good idea.
That scene in Black Sheep where there was the bat in the cabin.
Yeah.
And then they tried to trap it in the refrigerator, but they were like, "Oh, that's moths." The light go to light. They try. Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yes, because Kyle
Take
got
a
the
shot
bat.
every time one of us says, "Is it my turn?"
Backlash as skin-colored equality stamps in Spain priced differently with lighter tones worth more than darker ones. So the whole point was it was, anniversary of George Floyd's death. They want to make equality stamps that would send a message against racial inequality. But in the stamps, they're priced differently, with the lightest colors costing $1.60 and the darkest costing $0.70, whatever that symbol is.
You
I
think
think that's
this might-
euros.
Euros.
and you think this might just be like, oh, a coincidence or no one noticed it. But like the post that they put up announcing them, it like clearly shows like white one.
Oh, they're pre-priced. It
160
wasn't like the
euro.
value changed.
No.
It was like,
Are these?
Look at this. Like nobody looked at this social media post and was like, you know what?
Equality
This
stamp.
looks bad.
Okay. Are these postal stamps, or are they like rubber stamps? Where do you
Stamp
You
collector?
stamp
Yeah.
them on people, or where do you put them on?
the postage stamps.
Okay,
Trevor.
I'm just thinking, do you
Tramp
put them on?
stamps?
Oh, I see.
Like you stamp people, like label people with these
Yeah,
stamps?
like you're about this tone.
yeah, if you want to ship a person,
Well, no, you stamp there. Yeah, I don't know what you do.
How
with
much? How much to ship a bat?
they would be the.
I'm thinking.
I don't know what to
business
add to
class.
that. It's just, yeah. So from the very beginning, it was, what were they thinking? They tried. They're trying to help everybody with equality.
We're good at catching this stuff. If you guys need any consultants for your social media,
I
Yeah.
personally,
Right here.
I personally think they've solved it.
equality is.
Or they could
Well
at least
done,
gone the
guys.
other way, make the really dark stamps really super expensive, and just that would have been fine, probably.
It's oddly true.
Yeah,
That would have been fine.
that would have been fine.
Still racist.
Well, yeah, but good racist.
Oh,
But see,
right.
probably the liberals were all mad about this. And then if they'd done it that way, then the Daily Wire would be running a piece.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. And Matt Walsh would be shouting about it for hours. We love you, Matt.
Video shows teen girl shoving huge bear over a fence to save her dogs.
Oh, wow.
Have you guys seen
Yeah,
that
seen
video?
that video? Yes. I mean, I got sent it 6,000
Of course
times.
you did.
Yeah, you were.
If you guys
the-
ever see any good bear content, send it to Ethan.
at least twice, because
Over
in
and
case he
over.
doesn't see
Yeah, in
it.
case I didn't see it the first
Over.
time. Send follow-up emails saying, just checking, did you get my last email?
I don't feel bad for you, though.
No, that's fine.
You built your whole brand on this.
Yeah.
This is on you, man.
You get sent headlines.
I get sent
I
headline
do too.
ideas all the time.
I get both.
It's the curse of fame.
It's rough.
I'm trying to look at the video here. So you guys have seen
You haven't
this?
seen
Oh
this?
yeah.
No,
So the bear's climbing
the
across the
dog.
top of a fence, and dogs are barking at it.
I'm watching.
She just went for it. She just like ran at the bear, shoved it off the fence, and grabbed her dog. And ran.
Oh, wow.
You know what? I think Frank Fleming needs to come in and give his commentary on women
yeah.
fighting bears.
She would be one of the people in that
like,
survey
oh, yeah,
that
I could
said
take a
I could
bear."
take a bear. Yeah,
Yeah, and she could.
yeah.
She obviously did. We were making fun
I
of
mean-
the women who said they could beat bears, but we were wrong.
Is she still alive? Have the bears? I'm sure they're planning backlash.
So the way to
true.
beat a bear is to get it to walk across a balance beam.
Right.
And while it's doing that, push it off.
That's with this equilibrium.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if there was a pit of lava on the other side or something,
Oh yeah.
because it was just
Or
temporary.
badgers.
Yeah. Well, badgers.
7 bears crash high school pool party in Tennessee. More bears
Bear news.
today in bear news.
7 bears too.
7 bears showed up. So Mama Bear, Papa Bear. So it was like Mormon bears because they had a ton of
Yeah.
kids.
Oh okay.
And a bunch of mama bears.
Snow
So
White
one-
and the 7 bears.
Oh yeah, yeah. a bunch of Mama Bears.
The obvious joke, man. You know.
I know.
Oh wow, yeah, this is quite.
So yeah, they just had to like leave their pool party and the bears took over. They're getting in the water. They're getting in the sauna. They're eating the nachos. They're playing volleyball.
They should have called that girl that pushed the bear over the.
Yeah,
They should
she
have
could
called,
do
she
it.
can do like a vigilante bear removal service. She just charges it, and shows them.
Bear shower. She thinks she could take out 7.
Precariously
Yeah,
balanced
you wait till they're
bears.
all balancing on the
diving board. They're
Yeah.
all on the diving board.
And then you shove them.
You double bounce them. You gotta double bounce them. That's the trick.
Oh, hey, Kyle, man breaks Guinness World Record for world's tallest spike mohawk.
Yeah, beat that one,
Oh,
Kyle.
I got sent this one. Now that I have come out against world records, people just send me this stuff all the time, much like Ethan and the Bears. I should have gone with Bears. I should have made my thing money. I'm all about money.
I love money.
Everybody says
Big
that.
money enthusiast.
I think Five Round Frenzy said that about their Blue Comb song.
Oh yeah, you should have written it like about $1. I lost my dollar
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
I'm trying to do it with cigars, and a few people have sent me cigars. Thank you.
Oh, I my thing is board games, and we had a fan that sent me a giant like $300 box set of Warhammer 40K miniatures. Oh,
wow.
Thanks, Justin.
Milking it.
Mine is rare coins.
Okay.
Rare gold doubloons.
I'm a huge
Artifacts.
Bitcoin enthusiast. All right, well,
So, yeah, tall mohawk.
good job.
He had previously had the record with his 42.5 inches tall mohawk, and he just went back in and he's like, well, no one else has grown a tall mohawk in the time that I've still continued to grow my mohawk.
I am going to create a flow chart of is this a legitimate world record or not? And one of the haven't figured it all out, but one of them is, can you just decide to break this record right now at this moment?
This one you can't.
That's what I'm saying. So this makes me,
But
but it's also not like hard.
anybody could do it.
Anybody could do
we
it.
just don't want to do it.
You
Right,
just
kind of
wouldn't
like
want
that
to.
long fingernails guy.
Yeah,
it's
long
like,
fingernails
I
guy.
could do that, I guess.
Who wants to
You
live like that? But I assume he can like put his hair into some kind of giant man bun when he's not showing off his mohawk.
So it's not even that big.
So he should have to wear the mohawk like year
All the time.
round and do everyday things with it.
Very much agree.
And if he's going to break the same record with the same mohawk, I think that shouldn't be allowed. I think that he should have to shave it and grow
Yeah,
a new
do
one.
it again
A separate mohawk.
because he's out ahead of everybody forever.
Yeah. But yeah, he should have to live with it. He should have to drive with it with his hair through the sunroof.
Yes.
And anytime he turns his head, his car swerves around.
Yeah, or the woman with or whoever has the longest hair record, they should just get some gel, put their hair up in a mohawk, and kick this guy's butt.
Oh, you got to use super glue
Yeah, who
for
has
that.
the world's longest hair?
Yeah, so they could get this. That's 2 records they could do. Right there.
I'm not gonna.
And then they could do some shaving and get the world's longest mullet. They got a lot of things they could do.
That's true. The world's longest ponytail. There you
Ponytail,
go.
Like
Like
world's longest
she-
pigtails.
Chi Ping from China. Her hair is 18 feet long. So
Oh yeah, she'd wipe the floor with this guy.
World's longest hair bra. There you go.
Hair bra. Is that the
That's
thing?
when
Hair
they.
bra?
That's what they do in like when you see Adam and Eve in all the old movies.
Oh, yeah, they just
and
cover
her
it.
hair is just
Yeah.
growing over.
Never heard the phrase hair bra
Me either.
before.
Oh, really?
I thought that's what John the Baptist wore.
Yeah, a hair bra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This news has been weird. As a Christian, you know God's always there for you, but sometimes things can feel downright overwhelming, and it can be beneficial to speak with someone who shares your faith and values.
Online counseling from faithfulcounseling.com is there for you. They connect you to professionals, Christian counselors, safe private online environment. Super convenient. You can do it through the app, through video chat, texting, and I think just about any way you can communicate with somebody.
You think of it, they have it.
Smoke signals.
Yeah, not an actual guarantee, but they do have a lot of stuff. And they have licensed counselors who are specialized in depression, stress, anxiety, and crisis of faith issues too, which you don't always get with counselors if they're not, Christians. You don't want no atheist counselor.
There's financial aid available for anybody who qualifies.
Anything you share is confidential, just like with a regular counselor. If you're not happy with your counselor for any reason, you can get a new one. They're available worldwide. You can do text, chat, phone, video. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. It's available on desktop, mobile, Android, iOS.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, BlackBerry? No, maybe
Well.
not. But if you go to faithfulcounseling.com/BabylonB, listeners will get 10% off their first month.
That's right. So why not get started today? Go to faithfulcounseling.com/BabylonB. Just fill out the questionnaire to help them assess your needs and get matched up with a counselor that you're going to love.
faithfulcounseling.com/Babylon.
B.
Definitely get therapy, guys. You need it.
You probably that's how we should start these. You probably need therapy.
I know I do.
Hey, so there's a quiz on challies.com that I think it's I don't know. It's a link to a quiz about the Trinity. So we decided we're going to take it on the air and see how me and Ethan do to see if we're going to get into heaven or not.
Yeah.
All right. Am I proctoring this
See,
test?
you're
We're going to be
legit.
yeah.
Okay, what score gets you into
So
heaven?
you're the Steve Harvey of this.
I've always wanted to be Steve Harvey.
I think I'm going to say 27.
27 gets you into heaven.
Yep.
Okay.
27 into heaven.
Did you make that? Did you choose that one because it rhymed?
Yep.
Okay. Great. Perfect.
27 into heaven. Let's see if we can make it.
All right, buckle your Trinity belts.
Okay. First question. True or false? There is one God.
True.
True.
Okay. It says, it tells you the results right there, right after. So, yes, true. All right, true or false? The three persons in the Godhead have always related to one another as Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Ready?
Have always related to each other?
3, 2, 1. True.
False.
Okay, that one was true.
Oh, dang it.
It's true. God is one, God
I was
is
thinking
three.
that before English was invented, they probably didn't use those words. Right? They didn't always say that.
I see it's the concept, not the word.
This is all semantics.
You can't win on semantics here. The Father has the whole fullness of God's being in himself. True or false?
True.
Did you say
No, true. True.
That is true. Okay, the Father is eternal. True or false?
True.
That is true. The Father is not the Son. True or
True.
false? True. The Father is the Holy Spirit.
False.
False.
Did you say
He didn't say it.
I didn't
He didn't say it. I got carried away.
I almost said true. That's how you look at it.
From a certain point of view.
They're all
From a certain heretical point of view.
they're all
yes.
each other.
The Son is half human and half divine.
False.
False.
That is false. Extra points if you can tell me the name of that heresy.
Halfism.
Yeah. I don't know. I forgot it. In his humility, the Son is subordinate to the Father. True or false? In his humanity, the Son is subordinate to the Father. Excuse me.
True.
True. Good guess, guys. The Son came into being at the time of his incarnation. True or false?
False.
I almost said true, so I guess I'll go with true, and I know I'm wrong.
False. The Son was active in creation and not a created being.
I was thinking, like, what was when he was a baby?
It's asking if he was created. If Jesus
If he was there before.
was Jesus created.
Right.
Right.
Wrong, yeah.
The Son is not the Father.
True.
Okay.
I like how you hit me with a giant nod first. Ethan, get this right. Don't make us look bad. We're the Babylon Bee.
All right. The Holy Spirit is a force.
A force?
Like the force with a capital F?
No, a force. Like centripetal force or...
Like it comes into this place and transforms, shakes these walls.
Yeah, I don't know what it means by force.
Holy Spirit, you are welcome.
Are you just...
I'm just going to say true for fun.
Wait, this is the Holy Spirit is a force?
Is a force.
False.
Like, yeah, I know it's false, but I'm saying true for the fun of it.
Okay, false. The Holy Spirit is a... The Holy Spirit is a person, not a force. The Son and the Spirit are subordinate to the Father in their essence or nature.
What was that? we got like a...
We got the Dan groan. Or, no, it's not a groan, it's like a moan.
Yeah.
I'll say true.
False.
Okay, it is false.
Ah, dang it.
See the Athanasian Creed.
Oh, did I just become... Oh, wait.
Ethan, go see the Athanasian Creed.
Am I like an Arian now or something? Or agnostic, or I don't know what
No.
these guys think.
Athanasius would like to speak to you in his office. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are three different names for the one person of God as he displays his work in three distinct roles. True or false?
They're not just names, though. There's more of a distinction that they're three persons, right? So
False.
we'll go with false.
Correct. False.
You reasoned that out, man.
Yeah, he did.
Really noodled that one out there. That was good. Woo!
A right understanding of the Trinity is vital to right worship of God. True or false?
True. I mean, you got to say true. What do you say?
You have to say
Nah.
true. Nah, even though.
Yeah, true. We're going to say true.
Of course.
It's like false.
Of
No.
course that's true. Because then otherwise you're worshiping a false god. And what is that? Idolatry.
That's what it is.
Sorry. A right understanding of the Trinity is vital to a right understanding of redemption. True or false?
True.
Let's just say
You
true.
just got to say true.
They're not going to be like,
They're not going to be like, yeah, no,
It is true.
We did this whole quiz, but it's not actually important.
Yeah.
We cannot confidently derive the doctrine of the Trinity from the biblical text. True or false?
We cannot confidently.
We
False.
cannot confidently.
False.
That is
The Bible
false.
is good. True or false?
Yeah, the word Trinity is not in the Bible. However, the
Bible is
doctrine
not
is
sufficient.
there.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
that
Great
it?
job. That's it.
How do we do, Patrick? He's tallying it up. It's taking a while. Ethan missed. Let's see here.
Yeah, Kyle got all of them. Ethan missed, I think, 6.
6. I got
bad.
6 wrong? Wow.
It's not too bad.
Jeez.
What is that on a test, though? If I,
It's like
what is
an
it, 20
It's like
questions?
an 80%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a B.
82% or something.
You just
Above
missed,
average.
You just missed excommunication. So congratulations.
All right.
Anybody
get to keep
C,
working here?
anybody C and above
You're right.
gets into the kingdom.
C's get degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
All right, everyone. Well, you can check out that quiz somewhere on the internet.
Challies.com. What's
Tim
Challies?
Tim Challies' blog.
What's a guy's name?
Yeah. Challies.com has it.
Okay.
Just on the Trinity. We'll have a link.
Real things that blue checks say.
All right, real stuff blue checks say and other happenings on social media. Semi-regular segment where we look at stupid things people say on social media. So here we go.
Yeah. And we raise an eyebrow to them.
And we look at them and we smirk
We smirk and then
condescendingly.
what's the word that they love? Snark. Oh yeah, get rid of some conservative snark right now.
Yeah, a little snark. Okay, gang. So the U.S. the U.S. Embassy to the Holy See, which is a Catholic thing in the Vatican, right? Celebrated Pride Month by hanging a pride flag on display during the month of June, and they were so proud about their pride flag that they hung up in the Vatican that they posted it on social media. Look how brave we are.
I don't know what's Holy See.
It's like it's the Vatican, right?
Okay.
I
I don't know Catholic
it's
stuff.
spelled C-E-E.
S-E-E. That's
It's
what's
like
weird.
C, like as in vision.
Yeah, it sounds like some kind of goggles you put on, and you know.
It is the
It
bishop,
makes women
yeah.
in bikinis suddenly be wearing cardigan sweaters.
It is the Pope's jurisdiction.
Modesty
It's known as the Holy See.
Modesty goggles.
Okay, so now we're going to have a 33-question quiz on the Holy See. Are you ready? So people were pointing out the funniness, what's that called? Humor of the fact that they would hang this up here, but the embassies in the Middle Eastern countries were not hanging up.
They weren't. Okay, so this is in the not.
Look how
okay.
brave we are.
Yeah.
Speaking out against these Christians because they won't throw us off buildings.
You're so brave for doing something socially acceptable in an area where it's socially acceptable.
I didn't see it on here, but did you guys see all the corporations that they're finding that are changing their logos to pride flags, except in their Middle Eastern?
Yes, Bethesda. I saw the Bethesda one.
The Bethesda, the video game developer.
Right.
Developer. It's like in the UK, Pride logo. In the US, Pride logo. In Canada, Pride logo. And then it's like Bethesda, Middle East.
It's
black and
a
white.
depressing. It's a depressing square.
And there's a bunch of them that people were pulling up. That were doing this.
They have a different flag there. It's like, we stand against the gays.
Just wonderful.
Well, then, yeah, we got another company here, Chevron, bravely standing against culture. This month marks 30 years since the founding of our Pride Network. To celebrate 30 years? To celebrate, we're holding a series of joyful events that highlight intersectionality and honor our personal identities and experiences to make each one of us unique. Chevron Pride. Is that an ad?
Giving gay people gas for 30 years.
I know that it's a horse that we've beat to death.
Yes.
But when Chevron's on your side, you're not part of the
Yeah.
resistance.
When Big Oil. I stand with Big Oil.
That will never not be funny to me.
There's this one. The New York Times featured a terrorist poster boy as one of the Palestinian children recently killed in Gaza.
So children died. That's sad. But New York Times,
Published a front page story on
and the guy's literally a poster child. Like, he was on a poster.
Yeah.
Like a Hamas terrorist poster or something.
Yeah, so then later on they
A
tweet.
recruitment poster. Like, sign up. And he's right there like, yeah.
Yeah, so then later on they tweet about it. So they put him on the front page of the New York Times. And later on, they like put up a clarifying. It's not even like really a clarifying tweet. They just like say, "Hey, some more information has come out about this guy. He's being claimed by a militant group as a member." By the way, just
Wow.
Like the Zac
just a little
Efron of
context
Hamas.
for you.
I don't know. I don't know how much I believe this story. It says 69 children were killed, and I don't believe that number.
You
Just
think it
'cause
was
it's-
like a troll thing?
Yeah, they're trolling us. 69.
What's the significance of 69?
It's when
marshmallow, turnip,
and they
porpoises,
and then they're going to
hacksaw, marshmallow,
and then they
flower bed,
and you
porpoises,
and it goes
donkey,
and then all the
turnip,
get to eat.
marshmallow.
You learn something new every day.
Merry Christmas.
A 17. Oh wait, no. Oh, atheists in Kenya society.
This is my favorite thing that happened this week.
So they have a society in Kenya of atheists that all get together. There's some higher ups there that are the high prominent atheists.
Yeah,
Well, one of them
they meet once a week. In the morning,
Sunday morning
sing some songs about how they don't like God and stuff.
they take some communion and spit it out angrily
And they have science lectures or
and worship songs.
Nothing is funnier to me than a group of atheists, like an organized group of atheists that meet regularly.
That's a thing, though. Have you seen that? They have atheist churches where they get together and they're like, we're doing all these rituals.
It's just so funny. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, except for the actual point of the story. So one of their top leaders stepped down because he has found Jesus.
Well, and the funniest part about it is that this isn't like a news story that's covering this.
Yeah, they announced it.
They straight up announced their L on social media.
It makes me wonder if it's like
I love this.
is it a cultural thing? Because I don't think an American atheist society would do this.
No.
Because this evening, regretfully, our secretary, Mr. Seth Mahiga, made the decision to resign from his position as secretary of our society. Seth's reason for resigning is that he has found Jesus Christ and is no longer interested in promoting atheism in Kenya.
I like that they had to tag that in at the end. He's become a Christian and
Yeah, so he's no longer interested in promoting.
like maybe what if he became a Christian but was still interested?
Yeah, why can't he
We
But
tried
they
to
let him
convince
stay?
him to
Walk
stay
and
on,
chew
but he
gum
just
at the
wasn't
same time?
interested. We wish Seth all the best in his newfound relationship with Jesus Christ. We thank him for having served the society with dedication over the last 1.5 years. And then
They posted the video.
they posted a video of him giving his testimony. And I thought this was satire because I was reading it and I'm like, oh, it's a joke, or
I thought this was supposed to be satire.
I thought this was supposed to be satire.
When did you guys start doing real news?
But they post a video of him giving his testimony in church, and it says, video, former atheist and Kenya Secretary Seth Mahiga in church today accepting Jesus Christ and announcing his resignation. Surreal.
Surreal. And it's very, it's like, it's an uplifting church service thing. He's impassioned, right?
Well, I really like the comment section on the first post.
Yeah.
Because the atheists there,
Yeah.
there's this one, here we go. It says, where exactly did he find Jesus? Only place possible, in his head.
Ooh, edgy. Edgy.
Oh, that evidence and facts.
Magic sky
Logic
daddy.
and reason.
So we had another good one. This was Lara.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
Lara Hogan. And I guess she's probably a journalist because
Yeah.
whatever she said is stupid. And she says, a teeny tiny inclusive language thing I've tried to get better at this past year is avoiding Northern Hemisphere specific seasonal language. Like instead of this summer, I say the months that I mean, or just Q3. Because it might be that season for me, but not that season for everybody.
Why would anybody ever be offended by that?
Like who's like, yeah, I don't understand.
There were a lot of people tweeting just like the logical conclusion of what
Yeah.
this would be. But I think Kyle had the best one.
Kyle,
What?
Captain
No, I'm
America, Q1 soldier.
Yeah, I like them.
I'm having to figure out what each
Yeah,
one
because
is.
that's okay. Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier,
Yeah, Q2 Breakers.
Q2 Breakers.
Spring
movie.
Breakers.
Yeah,
That one
Spring
took me a long time to figure out, actually.
School's out for Q3.
It's the more sensitive Alice Cooper. And the rising Q4 of the Third Reich.
Fall. That one took me the longest. Which it shouldn't have.
Well, because he wasn't actually talking about the
Yeah.
season in that one. He saved it for the last one. Usually it's the rule of 3 in comedy, but
Yeah.
Kyle is a rule breaker.
So respectful,
weakest one.
a respectful bully would like trip a kid and be like, "Have a nice break. See you next Q4."
Just in case, I don't want to offend you. Just in case you're not in the Northern Hemisphere exclusive. There's a good CNN one.
Oh, good old CNN.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys see this, what they tweeted?
Yes.
About the fish?
Yeah. This is like supposed to be a big dunk on Christianity, like Bible false, owned.
Checkmate, Christians.
Ancient Judeans ate non-kosher fish at a time when it was thought to have been prohibited in the Bible.
What?
According
People
to a
sinned?
new
Oh,
study.
no. The Bible must have been written later.
And it's like, have you ever read the book of Judges or anything in the Old Testament at all?
Yeah. You know? Name a time in Scripture where the Israelites followed the law.
Yeah, I think it would more like debunk the Bible if you found like all this evidence. Yeah, they followed it exactly. You're like, oh, my faith, my faith is in shambles now.
Remember, God told them to have that year of Jubilee. You ever hear about that? Or you ever read about them actually doing it in the Bible?
I guess not.
No.
Is there any instances of them doing it? I guess I don't know. Yeah, interesting. Hey guys, Father's Day is coming up quick.
You know what fathers like?
They like
us
and swag.
Swag.
You put those things together.
They like
you
hats.
have the perfect Father's Day gift.
I'm a father.
You are. You are. Yeah, you were father.
I never wear hats.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at.
That's not selling it, is it?
No, it looks great.
You look good in a hat.
It looks really good. Yeah, that might be the first hat that ever looked good on
I've seen
you.
you in a hat.
Oh yeah, wear it sideways.
Good. It's very
Cock
good.
it. Yeah.
Look at the quality of this shirt. It smells new. There's hardly any sweat in it.
Shirt.
Yeah, we got lots of Babylon Bee shirts, swag.
We have some
all kinds of
Father's
goodies.
Day.
We have some Father's Day
We
stuff.
have the father shirt. We have the what's the new one we got?
We have the dad shirt. We have a shirt that says dad, but then we crossed it out because we realized that was insensitive. Mm-hmm. And it says non-birthing parental unit, world's best. So get that one. And we've got the I identify as vaccinated shirt, very popular among fathers this year. And you can get this shirt that says celebrating the 1-year anniversary of 2 weeks to flatten the curve.
Oh yeah.
Very exciting.
Mugs,
all kinds of stuff. Shop.babylonbee.com. Check it out. If you are a Babylon Bee Premium subscriber, you have a discount code in your inbox. So you can use that. And by the way, it's like 50-50 shot it'll get there by Father's Day.
It's too late.
But fathers are cool.
Yeah, dads don't care.
Dads don't care.
can I tag on another product that is very good for Father's Day?
Bears Want to Kill You?
Bears Want to Kill You, the ultimate Father's Day book.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's out. I got it. Still have I have about 100 or 200 hardcovers left. Mm-hmm. The slipcase. They're very nice and fancy, but you can get it from me. You can get it signed. I'll throw in. You can get it from my site, axbearstore.com, or the soft covers on Amazon. You can get it either way. I send it to you. So
yeah, it's perfect for reading like a normal person, or on the toilet like a dad.
yeah, it's a good toilet book.
Hey, my phone is ringing.
Is it cake?
Bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da, bum, bum, bum. That was supposed to be the Android sound.
Do you guys need me to leave for this?
What?
Yeah, can you just head out? Because we're going to talk to Jack Phillips,
Yeah.
who is the Masterpiece Cakeshop owner.
Yeah.
Famous for like constantly getting sued because people come into his cake shop and they're like, hey, bake me a cake that shows Ronald Reagan with devil horns
Yeah. Make me a super gay cake.
with a rainbows coming out of his butt.
Yeah.
And he
then-
won't, and he's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
and then sued, and then and all the way to the Supreme Court. So we talked to him. We talked about Yankee's got a book coming out, but he talked about all his exploits of being targeted by
here we
the these cake.
He's a cake guy.
targeters.
Cake
Yeah,
guy.
cake guy.
Here he is, cake guy. All right, we are now talking to Jack Phillips, owner of Masterpiece Cake Shop, and he was sued again and again, right? How many times have you been sued now, Mr. Phillips?
We just had a trial last March, the end of March,
Yeah.
in our third Masterpiece 3, our third lawsuit.
Wow.
So you spend more time baking cakes or getting sued?
Plenty of time doing both.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, does that affect your cake making ability when
Seems
you're
like it
having
would.
to constantly go to court?
Well, it has affected us in a number of ways going to court.
Yeah.
The Colorado Civil Rights Commission ruled against us initially that I had to stop, that I had to start making wedding cakes for everybody who came in, regardless of their what the wedding cake was, whether it was a heterosexual couple or a homosexual couple. And I wouldn't be able to even help decide the design on that. So if they wanted a cake with an adult theme or anything like that, I'd be required to do it and give up that free speech aspect of my business. And so that was a decision that we made that was fairly costly.
Yeah, and you guys won in the Supreme Court against the Colorado Civil Rights Commission. And it was that same day that you then had a call about doing a transgender cake or something?
It was actually the day that the court announced that they were going to hear our case.
Okay.
That's a pretty momentous decision right there. And it was a chaotic, crazy day. Lots of press, lots of friends, lots of family coming by. And in the midst of all that confusion, an attorney here in Colorado called us up and requested that we would create a cake that was blue on the outside and pink on the inside. And those colors were to celebrate a gender transition, a changing from man to woman. So we explained to this, it's actually an attorney, and we explained to this attorney that that's not a cake we could create because of the message involved in that. And I couldn't express that message, but we would be glad to serve this attorney anything else in our shop or make other custom work. So it was that very day that the court announced it started the ball rolling for Masterpiece 2 and now Masterpiece 3.
Wow. So, I mean, you look back on the day that it all starts with one small decision, right? What the first cake you were asked to do. Do you look back on that day and go, man, I wish I had just went ahead and did the cake? Or are you glad? Are you glad that you buckled down and did it? And here you are.
Before we opened up the shop back in 1993 and the years previous to that, as we were planning it, my wife and I would sit down and we would discuss what the cake shop would look like, what kind of things we would sell and which kind of cakes we would design and not design. And on that list would be cakes to celebrate Halloween, or cakes that would be anti-American, or cakes that were racist, or cakes that would insult people. And it didn't matter who that person was. If it was somebody who identified as LGBT, we would create a cake like that. But we also decided way back then in 93, 92, 91, that we wouldn't design cakes to celebrate same-sex weddings. So we had drawn those lines a long time ago. And this wasn't the first cake that we turned away. We turned away, many Halloween cakes through the years, or even adult themed cakes and different things. But when this one came up, we already had practiced in trying to defend our faith and say, I'm sorry, that's a cake that we can't create because of our faith and our relationship to Jesus Christ. We didn't get that far in this conversation, but we were prepared for this kind of conversation right from the start.
Yeah. Well, what's the status of the current lawsuit with the gender transition cake?
We had our trial, like I say, back in March. It was like a 4-day trial. My wife was called to the witness stand. My daughter was. It was all done via Zoom like this with the judge
virtual.
In his chambers. And we were with our attorneys. And it was difficult to watch. I have to sit there with my hands folded on the table pretty much because there was a camera on me, and make sure that I'm not, coaching my wife or my daughter as they're giving their answers. And while the prosecution is basically trying to destroy your testimony and your credibility and your character. And but then to watch my wife and my daughter both, answer the questions thoughtfully and carefully and compellingly. And so we went through all of that and the examination, the cross-examination, and now we're just waiting for the judge to announce a decision on that. It could come today or tomorrow or June or July. There's not a timeline.
Have you ever tried to sway anybody in court by secretly offering them free cake?
No, but
that'd sway me. I throw all my
too much respect for our court system. I think we have a wonderful legal system, court system.
Ethan is not a lawyer, and he cannot offer legitimate legal advice. So disregard everything he says.
Okay, done.
What's the evidence that any of these people? I've only heard these mostly about your story through conversation with people, talking about it, and I know that there's. Mm-hmm. I've heard that there's evidence that's being targeted. That it seems like a lot of these people are. There's cake shops everywhere around where you are. They could easily go somewhere else. They're targeting you. They figured out that they could get you, and they just won't leave you alone.
There is a wonderful cake shop right across the street from us. In our Supreme Court briefs and documents, we noted that there are 67 bakeries in Denver, not only that will create a cake for a same-sex wedding, they advertise that they will. And so there's no shortage of bakeries around that would give these two men their request. In fact, they ended up with a cake that was designed with rainbow layers in the cake when you cut into it, and it was given to them for free. So there was no shortage.
Yeah, and it might be good for me to jump in here and give a little bit of background about Jack's most recent case, I should say. You
Well,
talk
cake
about
works too. So I mean,
case, it's all the same thing at this point, right? But you mentioned how activists have been basically using laws to harass people like Jack. And that's exactly what happened in this most recent litigation. This attorney called Jack on the exact same day that the U.S. Supreme Court decided to hear Jack's first case. And the custom cake was to be blue and pink and to celebrate a gender transition. But it wasn't the first time that this attorney called Jack. This attorney contacted Jack back in 2012, calling him a bigot and a hypocrite, and then called again on the same day the U.S. Supreme Court decided to hear Jack's case. And then this attorney called back again a couple of months later to request a custom cake depicting Satan smoking marijuana. So what we're seeing is that activists are using the justice system, using laws to try to punish people they disagree with, and it's just harassment.
Jack, did you make the Satan joint cake?
No, that's obviously a cake that we couldn't create.
You
That's a
couldn't do
message
that one?
that I wouldn't design for anybody. So no, we've turned away cakes. In the end of our building here, there's a store that sells marijuana paraphernalia, those kind of things, and they requested that we create marijuana-shaped cookies to celebrate. April 20th is the day that marijuana was legalized here, and to celebrate that. So that's another kind of thing that we have to decline. But people request those, and when we tell them no, usually it just goes away. Or in the case of David and Charlie, the two men that came in, we didn't have a chance to discuss it. I wish we could have, but 20 seconds later they were gone, and we were off to the court.
What about Satan getting punched in the face? Would you do that cake?
No.
Oh,
What?
I'm just checking trying to figure out.
We got to find the line.
Where's the line?
There's a lot of hypothetical cakes that you can come up with.
I'm sure they've all been thrown at you.
Yeah.
Is Satan smoking a joint the weirdest request you've ever gotten?
It's one of the weirdest.
One of the weirdest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some really graphically violent cakes that people have asked me to create, testing us and
Trying to test you. Yeah.
Yeah. So will you do this or that? Like, depends on the message. No, that's a message I can't promote. Can't express.
Did you get a lot of support from like friends and family when you decided to take a stand, or were people coming out of the woodwork and telling you, "Don't do it, just bake the cake, man"?
Both ways. We had
Both ways.
A ton of people, friends that would say you should make the cake, and it's drawn our family closer together. But one surprising source of support was a radio station was doing their broadcast from our shop all day back in like 2013. And the first person to come in that morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, introduced himself, says, "My name's Mike Jones, and I'm a gay man. And, hi, Mike, I'm Jack. What can I do for you?" We talked, and he came back later on in the day, and then he's been back again since. And I've since learned that this man was a former gay activist, and he wanted to see who this man is who won't serve a gay couple. But we've since become friends. And when we had our third trial back in March, he testified on our behalf, to show that, I serve everybody. I just can't express every message people ask me to. So that was one of the more unique, aspects of, the public's support or not towards us.
Yeah, it's so bizarre that we're in this place where it should be so obvious that a person can express whatever opinion they do or do not want to express. And it feels like you're just being the one who's being made an example of, but that there's this whole movement where there are people that want this to be, to change, where speech is policed, I guess, is the best way to put it.
And every American should have the right to live and work according to their conscience without fear of punishment from the government. Creative professionals like myself should have the right to say, I can't express that message. Can we work something else out? But fortunately, like ADF has been there right from the start. 4 days after David and Charlie stormed out of my shop, ADF was there to help with legal assistance and guidance. And a lot of people don't know this, but ADF does all their work for their clients pro bono, meaning they've never charged me a dime. But it's not free. It's cost a lot of money and a lot of hours and a lot of work, and we're grateful for God providing that aspect of this.
A lot of your life, hours of your life.
Yeah, years of your life.
Yeah, it's been almost 9 years now.
Wow. Oh, wow, 9. Holy.
So,
Yeah.
9 years ago, yeah.
Jeez.
That's wild. Did you bake ADF a cake?
We've had some different things with ADF, yeah.
Okay. All right. He's not at liberty to say. So you wrote a book.
Yeah, yeah, book.
The Cost of My Faith: How a Decision in My Cake Shop Took Me to the Supreme Court. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, my first thought when I was approached with the idea of writing a book, The Cost of My Faith, was, that might not be a bad idea. I'm not a writer, I'm an artist, but had some help, and writing it turned out to be quite a good deal of fun. But when I first thought about doing it, it's like, I want my kids and my grandkids to know, what happened that day. What's the truth? Because it's difficult to find, truthful stories online. You can find any story you want. So I wanted to put it in writing. But then I realized what a platform I have. Hopefully many people will read this book and have an understanding of what happened. Did I serve everybody? I just couldn't create this cake, and how I paired my love of art growing up. That was something I always loved to do: draw and paint and color and sculpt in high school classes, and all taking all the classes that I could in the art room, and then needing a job and ending up in a job working at a bakery, a large wholesale bakery, a large place with conveyor belts full of donuts and things like that a man that lived across the street from me owned. And just joining those two loves together and knowing that someday I would open my own bakery. And then this bakery owner bought out another bakery and brought in cake decorators, and I had never seen that. And so I knew right then what my future was. I was going to open my own shop, and I would use cake as a canvas, and I would create custom artwork on cakes to help people celebrate ideas. And I even knew what my cake shop would be called. It would be Masterpiece Cake Shop, because masterpiece says art and cake shop says cakes. So you wouldn't come in looking for a loaf of bread or a pie, and hopefully we'd be able to celebrate that way. In fact, shortly after we opened, I have an article hanging up on the wall in the store that a local newspaper wrote about us and our grand opening and all. It said, walking into Masterpiece Cake Shop was like walking into an art gallery of cakes. And bingo, that's what I want to do: art and cakes.
Have you had any issues with, obviously you have a store on a street, a place people can find, and there's all this anger online. Do you have to have like a SWAT team that guards your store? Like how bad is it people showing up?
There have been protests. We've had 4 protests outside the store, and we've had, store vandalized and different things, hateful phone calls. I tell about one story in The Cost of My Faith where a man called me up one morning and said, I'm on my way to your shop. I've got a gun.
Oh, geez.
Wow, what a sicko.
I'm going to come and blow your head off, which
Jeez.
I know where I'm going. I'm not afraid to go, but my daughter was here and my 3-year-old granddaughter. I didn't want them to be around. So you go hide in the back while I call the police. And the police came and tried to trace the call. That never could. But that story is written in The Cost of My Faith, and just different things like that. But we've had so much other good support. People realize that these liberties, these freedoms that we cherish are important. And if they go away, they're not coming back. So we do our best to explain some of those important things in The Cost of My Faith as well.
Does it feel like because I know that a lot of these issues, that there's a group of people that are very on the side of, which seems like irrational, that you need to force cake makers to do whatever message you tell them to do, which they would not want to do if they were supposed to make pro-life cakes or whatever. But in your general just experience of real people in real life, do you feel like it's overwhelmingly the common people see things the way you do, that people should have this freedom?
I can't speak for everybody, but we've had so much support from just people that come by the shop, way outnumbering the people who are against us. But we still have a fight ahead of us, and we're still willing to draw those lines and stay on this side of the line, and as pray that God gives us the strength and the wisdom to know what to do and when to do it, or not to do and when not to do it.
Guys, I think you bring up a really good point there. The same principle that we're advocating for in court that protects Jack is the same principle that would protect, for example, an LGBT website designer. That person should not be forced by the government to create websites for a church promoting traditional marriage. The government shouldn't have that kind of power. In the same way, the government shouldn't force Jack Phillips to create custom cakes expressing messages that go against his core beliefs. So in this way, the principle we want and that we're advocating for in courts protects everyone.
Right.
It even protects the two men that sued me the first time and the person suing me this time around. Those rights are going to be valuable to them someday, and we hope to keep them.
It seems mind-numbingly obvious that that's the way things should be. I don't even know how to. It's so bizarre. But okay.
Yeah. Well. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Mr. Phillips. Your book is out now, so everyone check that out. The Cost of My Faith.
Available in cake shops everywhere.
And
at least in one.
At least in one.
If you ever need a satirical article written about you, we're the guys to do that. So we'll do it for you.
You've written about us a couple of times.
Yeah, we have. So pro
true.
bono, we'll do pro bono work for you. And then
The last one about the 2 lines of people, that was funny.
Awesome. This is
See, he read your article.
You read it. We just request a Babylon Bee cake.
Yeah.
Does that go against your conscience, or?
It's not something I could ship to you. I don't even know where you're calling
So
from.
we have to come. We have to come
out there.
All right.
Welcome you to my shop, just like I welcome and serve everybody.
All right. Perfect.
All right.
Well, thanks a lot, Jack.
Our pleasure.
Thanks a lot. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
talking to us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
And God
lawyer
bless
man.
you.
Thanks, lawyer man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you,
guys. It was good to be here.
See you again.
Thank you.
I really miss Adam Ford.
Okay, we're ready for hate mail. This is a fun one. We changed our logo momentarily, briefly, temporarily, for one day, to a rainbow bee, and we said, "Please don't flood us, Lord," because it was remembering Noah.
Yeah, reclaiming the original
Reclaiming
meaning of the
original
rainbow.
meaning. And this lady did not get it.
Eve.
Classic Eve.
Classic Eve.
Can anyone do an Eve voice?
Probably. You guys do good women voices.
If the bee is going to be using gay pride colors all month, then I'm going.
You okay?
I forgot how to talk for a second.
If the bee is going to be using gay pride colors all month, then I'm going to block them. I'm sick of the
Flower bed.
virtue signaling not going to support anyone that shows favoritism to one group over another. I'm sick of it all.
Okay.
Watch your language, Eve.
I wonder if she's blocked us yet.
Has she blocked us?
I don't know. I'm going to log in and find out.
Let's check. So
People
yeah,
usually
she
say they're
didn't
gonna
open
block
the
and they
picture and look at the either. Do you think she looked, or she didn't expand the image to see what the little writing is underneath?
Probably not. I just thought of the right voice for her. I did it wrong. If the bee is going to be using gay pride colors all month, then I'm going to block them. I'm sick of the
Flower bed.
virtue signaling, not going to support anyone that shows favoritism to one group over another. I'm sick of all of it.
It sounds like a British guy.
Yeah, that's Ed Wynn. That's my
Mad
Ed.
Hatter.
Yeah, that's Ed Wynn. Yeah.
No. So she hasn't blocked us yet. She still follows us.
All right. Is the logo still up? Because last year we did it all month, I
guys.
think.
Yeah, we took it off already.
This was satire.
Was it
got us.
satire?
She got us.
Are you sure?
No.
Oh. What's your evidence, sir?
Hey, we're going to break into our subscriber portion now. Ooh. We're going to read subscriber-submitted headlines of the week. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about some crazy fact checks that we got this week. We have subscriber emails.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of good stuff.
And you get to see us in smoking jackets with shorts.
Oh, yeah. Or if you pay extra, you won't have to see them.
Coming up next for Babylon Bee subscribers.
So our article that Lego is creating genderless bricks. The stupidest dad joke because it's like a conservative guy sitting there looking at the nubs and he's like, yeah, that's like a wiener.
If you could create your own holiday, what would it be? It's fun.
I don't know. Just another one.
So offended.
Christmas 2.
Wondering what they'll say next? The rest of this podcast is in our super exclusive premium subscriber lounge. Go to babylonb.com/plans for full-length ad-free podcasts. Kyle and Ethan would like to thank Seth Dillon for paying the bills, Adam Ford for creating their job, the other writers for tirelessly pitching headlines, the subscribers, and you, the listener. Until next time, this is Dave DeAndrea, the voice of the Babylon Bee.